If you know the nutritional value of garlic, you would never ever let them go bad or mold. Today I'm going to be showing you 5 ways how to preserve your garlic for months and even a year. Okay, so keep watching this video to the end and make sure you do not miss any part. What's up, beautiful people? I trust everyone is doing amazing and I hope you're doing great as well. Today I'm going to be showing you how I preserve my garlic. I went to the store and this was selling about $1 for 1 packet, so I just grabbed about 5 of them. So come, let me show you how I preserve them for up to a year. The first one, you can put that in a airtight container. Now just go ahead and cover that it is airtight. This one can stay in the fridge for about 2 weeks, okay? But this is the shortest of the lifespan. I hardly use this method because I always love mine to stay longer. If I'm using this method, it means I have to use it within a week. But I do not really highly recommend this one. But this one is for, like I said, it is a short time of preservation. So I'll just turn back there. Now, one of the longest one I have is this garlic. I transfer to a chopper and I will go ahead to chop it. You can also go ahead to mince it. If you do not have this chopper, you can chop it manually. If you love this chopper, I'm gonna drop the link for you guys to check it out. I got this from Amazon and it's going on sales now. So now at this point, do not preserve it like this, okay? Now I go ahead adding some extra virgin olive oil. This olive oil I'm using, this is a Rimini olive oil. This is straight from Lebanon. Like, this is extra virgin. Just from its color, it's dark color, that's a dark green color. You're gonna know that it's organic and original. Now I'll go ahead transfer that inside. Also, if you do not have your normal olive oil, regular oil is fine, but I prefer my olive oil. Now I'll add in some salt. Salt and lemon juice act as my homemade preservative. Just a little bit of lemon juice, like just a teaspoon. Do not over put a lot because it's going to make it overwhelmed and sour. You don't want to put like sour garlic in your food. Your food can be sour. Just a little bit, like I said, just a teaspoon of that. Now go ahead and mix that until it is well combined with that olive oil or any oil you are using. Look at this texture. It is so beautiful. But I highly recommend olive oil for this. Olive oil just blends it perfectly in the garlic and brings out the perfect flavor. Now I'll just go ahead transfer that into an airtight container, and this can stay in the refrigerator for 2 to 3 weeks and in the freezer for 3 to 4 months, sometimes even 5 and 6 months. It can go up to a year even. Yes, I mean it, provided you have constant electricity. Okay, now just go ahead, cover that, and you can set aside. Now, as I earlier mentioned, the lifespan for this, or the shelf life, is 2 to 3 weeks in the fridge and 3 to 4 months in the freezer. Yes, so for the remaining chopped garlic, I will transfer it to an ice mold like this to easily use when I want to use it, like to freeze it. Like I said, the freezing one, 4 months, sometimes even 5 to 6 months. I even had the one I made like from last year that I found in my freezer. I used it and it was actually still good because here we have constant electricity. So if you are somewhere you have constant electricity, make sure that you want to consider preserving your garlic just like this. Right now, for the next method, into a blender, I'll be adding more of the garlic in there. This point, we are going to be making the garlic paste. Okay, the paste calls for different types of recipes. The diced or minced garlic goes for different recipes. So adding some cooking oil, I'm using olive oil, and our preservative, which is a lemon juice. Go ahead and blend that until it is 100% smooth. Okay, if your blender is not moving, a little bit of water can work perfectly. Now I'll just go ahead transfer that into a container like this. I always mention an airtight container. I always like adding in more oil at the top, just like this. Give that a gentle stir. Now for the remaining garlic paste, I will just go ahead and transfer that into an ice block mold as I did with the chopped garlic. Like I said, this one has the same shelf life like the other one. In the fridge, 2 to 3 weeks, and in the freezer about 4 to 12 months. Yes, this can last for a year in the freezer. Now I'll just go ahead, put that into an ice block mold, and this is going to go to the freezer for about an hour or 2 for it to harden up. I love pouring a little bit of oil on top like this just to avoid it from changing its color and all that. So for our next method, Now to a pot, you want to add in cooking oil. I'm still using olive oil here. You can use any oil as I earlier mentioned. You want to bring in some garlic in there. At this point, you're cooking on low heat. You want the garlic to cook until it softens. I love this method so much, especially for my sandwiches, for my wraps, for my quesadillas. Also, you can also use it as a glaze for your fish, chicken, pork, anything. This method is the best ever. There's no time where I don't have cooked garlic in my fridge. I always have this. So now this is how it's looking. The garlic is now softened. I'll just go ahead, let that cool off, or let it cool enough, or leave it at room temperature. For the next method now, I'll go ahead to chop some garlic. Here I'm going to make it an immune booster. If you have never ever heard about garlic in honey, I think you should go to your Google or go on YouTube and Google or search the importance of garlic in honey. This is the strongest immune booster you will ever imagine. So guys, you know the benefits of garlic, how benefits can help your body. Okay, now you have to put that into a container, then add this honey inside. Make sure the honey is like, the honey fills or covers the garlic in there. Now, one of the important things you need to know about this procedure is that it is very good for the immunity. Okay, somebody like me, I hardly get sick because I always have my garlic honey at home. I have my ginger and turmeric mix at home. I have all types of things I take. For the garlic and honey, let it ferment at room temperature for 5 days until you start seeing some bubbles. Sometimes you're going to see that the garlic has like a bluish or greenish color. Do not panic. That is the fermentation process taking place. Now, when it ferments, you see that the honey becomes runny. Do not panic. That is the perfect concoction you have made. Let it ferment for about 5 to 6 days. Then you can start consuming. Remember, do not offer honey to kids that are under 1 year. Okay, this is good for tea. You can use it for coffee. You can use it for anything. You can eat it as it is also. Okay, now we have our garlic in oil. It is soft. I'll just transfer to my container. See how beautiful it's looking. The flavor itself is out of this world. Like I said, you can just press it on top of your bread, or you press it in garlic to, you press it inside butter to make garlic butter. You just mash it up inside your quesadillas. Now I have everything beautiful and lined up. All my garlic, all this can stay for up to a year. But remember, the garlic in oil, the shelf life in the fridge can be only 2 weeks. Okay, the garlic in oil. But for the rest, so far as it goes to the freezer, it can stay there for a really long time. If you want to know more about the garlic in oil, just go to Google and Google the importance of it and how it is made. Sometimes from time to time, you want to be flipping the sides of the garlic in honey just like this to make sure that it is, you know, submerged inside the honey properly. I actually just flip it like this from day to day until it starts to ferment. Sometimes it can even stay at room temperature for up to 5 months even, because you know honey doesn't decay. So that's part of the fermentation process. This was in the freezer for about an hour, and I love how it's looking already. Just go ahead, you want to transfer that into a Ziploc bag and it can go to your freezer and stay here for up to a year. I want to show you how I enjoyed my cooked garlic in oil. I'll be using some tortillas here. Just go ahead, mash in some of those cooked garlic. This is the best way to enjoy garlic, one of the best ways to enjoy garlic, trust me. Now mash that in there. Then you can bring in your preferred fillings. I have some shredded beef. If you missed our homemade shredded beef with the beef we got from Costco, make sure you check out how I made this shredded beef. Now go ahead and put your preferred toppings. Today I'm going to be using some cheese. I'm using mozzarella cheese here. I'm using some hummus made of chickpeas. If you don't know what hummus is, it's just made of chickpeas. The next to follow, I'll be adding some cabbage and carrots, on both sides, and I have some hot sauce here. This is just hot sauce mixed with mayo. So mash that up. Oh, I forgot to put the oil, the garlic oil. Very important, very flavorful. Do not forget that part, okay? Do not miss that garlic oil. Oh my goodness, how could I? So I just dropped in some in there. and it is going to go to my sandwich press or my sandwich maker just like this. And after about 2 minutes, this is how beautiful it's looking. Breakfast is served. Go ahead and serve with whatever you like. So guys, for the tea, I made some Lipton tea here. Although this has not fermented, but I was so eager to eat it because I still want that garlic flavor inside my tea. Trust me, it's really nice and worth it. When it ferments, it's going to have like the perfect flavor and taste. Okay, now go ahead, enjoy your garlicky breakfast. Let me know what you think about this recipe today, guys, and let me know your favorite method. And until I see you, bye.